Hello, this is Carlos the Running Jackal, above zone, planning on a zone 3 run today. That's around the 1:30, between 1:30 and 1:40 is the zone. Today I'm going to run the route, well, almost the same route as I hiked yesterday. Yesterday I did just over 12K, I believe, in 2 hours. Today I'm hoping to do 11K in about an hour and 20. It's about 8K of flat, with 2K of hill. Maybe, no, it's about 12 all told. Today is recycle day. Just coming up to Shelbourne Street. On a sunny but briskly cold Wednesday morning. Today I'm tracking with my Ice Smooth Run and my Strava. I have both apps activated at the moment. There is a way of sharing a route and saving it. Hello, running behind you. Hi. Thank you. Everybody's very bundled up today. I don't have my earbuds in. I need to listen for traffic. Cedar Hill Road is next that I cross at a crosswalk. This is now Harvest Lane, and it should be quiet for the rest of the time. I'm going to be recording in 5-minute chunks. So when I hear my next announcement, I will stop the recording and restart it. 5 minutes later. So I believe this is the second segment that I'm recording. Above zone. I'm heading downhill, so I'll just let gravity bring me back. So the Strava app, yes, I've had some issues with people that I know who are using walks as runs because they have noticed that Strava does not credit walks or hikes as part of their club system. I know that the Extra Mile podcast group has a little leaderboard going, but if I put in my walks as runs, I would be a little higher up the ladder than I am at the moment. No big deal. As I say, I'm recording my data all over the place. I'm sharing it to Daily Mile, to Strava, and Relive. So I don't know if you heard it, but I got my new passport last week. That was pretty quick. My new British passport. And the Canadians are still working on my residence card. I guess if I was an expat Canadian, having lost my passport, they probably would have been a little quicker to replace it, but I'm not really one of their charges. I am a permanent resident here. But as for legal requirements, I don't think they hold too much weight for expat Brits living here. This is the 3-kilometer mark. 3721. So we should hear the 20 pretty soon. I don't think I missed it. As I cross Brayford Road, that will bring me to 10 minutes of recording, and I can already see Christmas Hill looming in the distance. Hi. As I hike this section to the crust. I won't take any pictures today. It's cold. My gloves are on. I am recording a podcast. So I'll skip the pictures. I took them all yesterday. If you want to see them, I'll post the video link when I post the show to the Running Jackal podcast page on Facebook. That way you'll get yesterday's visuals. Good morning. Hi there. And today's audio. Okay, so I'm going to stop again for another section of meditation, and I'll get back to you in 5 minutes. Chapter 3. Just got to the barrier that you just saw in the video, and now I'm on the top of Nicholson, heading down towards Borden. This is my friend Graham's neighborhood. he contacted me yesterday. He wants me to run with him again. His second guy is on holiday, and he wanted to know if I was still available. I'm not sure how to answer. Since I've been running with my heart rate monitor, I noticed that every time I ran with Graham, my heart rate would get into zone 5, even at a modest pace like this. I am sub 7 at the moment. I think the last time I heard the pace was 6:35. In zone, running down this section of Nicholson. Above zone. I will take a screenshot a little bit later on of the Strava tracking. You'll see a light blue line that I should be on with a dark blue line behind me. And that is how you can follow your route. If you're doing the same route more than once, you can track it visually anyway on Strava for a second time. I believe iSmoothRun also has that option. I'm not sure if it shows you the route or whether it just tells you at the end if you're ahead or behind the last time you ran it. The only thing about running 2 apps at once is that there's probably a bigger drain on the battery, I'm not sure. But I should be home in about 40 minutes from now. As I head up towards Quadra Street, which might take a little bit of crossing today. Being a weekday around 9 o'clock, there might be a fair amount of traffic noise. Not to mention having to get safely across the traffic. I just had a zone 4, so I'm backing it down a little bit here, expecting to get my reminder to press stop on the 3rd chapter of this journal. There are speed bumps on this road. It is a residential street, but it's one of those annoying, slightly uphill that keeps your heart working, but you don't really want to charge up it for what would amount to 2 or 3 minutes of zone 5. And then I would be severely fatigued for a few minutes until I got my wind back. There's a stop sign up ahead. I'm not sure if it's Quadra or... Nope, it's one just before. I think it's...
Time 30 minutes, distance 4.46 kilometers, cadence 76, average heart rate 144, workout average pace 6 minutes 42 seconds per kilometer.
Tuxedo Drive. Yeah, 6:42. I was hoping for a nice even 7 today, so I guess walking is part of the program for today. I'll start running the hill now with just about 100 meters to the road crossing. as I walk up to the danger zone, the noisy zone. Might take me a few seconds to cross. Don't want to risk life nor limb. So I'm safely across, climbing once again. This section of Nicholson is even steeper. So I'm now approaching Quadra Street once again. I'm going to be heading down a different road this time. I believe the road is going to be called McBrain. I'll tell you in a second when I can see the sign. McBriar. Okay, so I've just been told that I'm halfway to my goal, and I believe I set it at 11. Flashing through Graham's neighborhood again. As I crest another little speed bump. It is gloriously sunny. I'm facing right into the sun now, so I'm glad I have my shades. So once I get my permanent residence card, I will be able to visit Collis Jr. C2 below zone, and I'm zipping along. That's because it is slightly downhill. I gave a minivan a chance to cross, but they didn't want to know. To wave it twice, and then I waved them off. Talking of waving off, I believe that is a baseball expression for when the catcher is receiving. No. Let me get this straight. When the pitcher is receiving signals from the catcher, that's right, behind the batter's back, sometimes he waves it off and says, like, repeat the signal, or I'm going to ignore you, or whatever they do. They have their own secret little code, those baseball boys of summer. We could do a bit of baseball season right now. Mind you, talking of pre-season, I believe that the Florida League starts pretty soon. The teams go down to their spring training camps in Sarasota and places like that. Anyway, I'll pause it for a while. A flotilla of geese just flew over my head as I crossed Blenkinsop Road on Mount Douglas Crossroad. Actually, I believe that other little section is called the Blenkinsop Greenway, because it's not open to cars. That section is only for cyclists and pedestrians, but it leads directly from Nicholson were our wars to Mount Douglas. There was always, and there still is, a farmer's field that breaks up Nicholson. But when you look at the map, you'll see that Mount Douglas Crossroad and Nicholson are a straight line with the Blenkinsop Greenway connector connecting them together. So I'm in zone and I'm hiking up to the top of this little hump. From here I will be 3k from home, 28 minutes or so into my recording, I believe. Section 5 will end at 25. No, I'm not sure now. But I'll sort it out when I get home. I think the next section will be 6, which will be 30 minutes of recording. But I haven't got to the end of chapter 5 yet. I'm thinking of posting one of these sections as a trailer on Your 5 Minutes. Obviously the whole show will be linked to that site, but it will also be posted with any other additional bonus material on the Running Jackal podcast page. I did take one photograph with my phone, but I'm not very optimistic. I was trying to take a picture of Mount Baker, particularly good view today, without too much clutter. But my phone is notorious at losing snowy mountains against the blue sky. It's something to do with the image capture, the little cell that catches the light. It's not very good at separating pale blue from bluey white. So what looks pretty clear to me, especially with my polarized sunglasses,
distance 7.46 kilometers, cadence 73, average heart rate 142, workout average pace 7 minutes 22 seconds per kilometer.
with my polarized sunglasses, I can see very, very clearly like a shark's tooth sticking up above the gum line. Alright, so that's the end of chapter 5. I will stop it again and start up in another 5 minutes. I've just heard the hour on my run timer, so I know with 2 kilometers to go that I should have half an hour recorded, plus potentially another 10 more minutes, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna run it out. Excuse me. Run it out. And at the next reminder, I will probably just keep it going, as I say. I know I got 2 to go. I heard the hour, so theoretically I should have half an hour, unless I missed one of my segments. So the next 5 will take me to the end, and then, as I say, I'll be on San Juan, heading for home. Then I'll find the outro music. After the next reminder, I'm pretty sure it's going to be 35 minutes of recording. I could be wrong though. I started at 5 and I'm now on chapter 6. Could be only 25 minutes. Anyway, no big deal. There's always ways of extending a short show if I need to. But once again, the well-proven fact that when you're running, it's very hard to keep track. Mental arithmetic tends to go out the window. There's the guy delivering the Saanich news. He doesn't go our street. But I've seen him. He's about the same age as my oldest son. He might even have gone to Lambrick Park School. He seems to recognize me. I don't know if that's the school connection or just the neighborhood connection. So this is the tiny little park that they have now called Harvest Lane Park. First comes El Nido, and then comes San Juan. This is once again one of those Nicholson / Mount Douglas crossroad situations. This side is called Harvest Lane. This section is called El Nido. And then south of Shelbourne, west of Shelbourne, the last section is called San Juan. I believe this is all to do with the fact that this was all farmland. So the streets didn't go straight through until the farms were dissolved. 7:14 per kilometer. So as I said, I am running this one through to the end. Hello. That little old dog was scared of this little old dog. So that sound that you heard at the beginning of the podcast, which I alluded to, was not a recycle truck. It was a dump truck, a diesel dump truck, big one. And there's a man in a hole and a backhoe digging said hole. I guess they're waiting for the truck to come back so they can dump some more earth into it. Mind you, the hole is pretty deep, so they might not have to. I can see the minimalist house as I back it up a little bit. into zone 3. So I'm getting kind of excited about my volunteer sweep duties at the Ardabrik in Nepal trail adventure. But the ability of transposing routes, I feel confident that even without any course markings, which there will be, nobody should get lost. My biggest fear is that somebody gets injured, and then our progress will be severely hampered if we have to limp out together. The other problem with being out on the extremities of civilization is that there is no local cellular service. So if you did feel tempted to phone anybody, you will be charged roaming from the States. You'll be using a server from the US for your little phone message. So unless it is really an emergency, I don't think I'll be doing that. So it's weird, the noisiest part of today's run has been my street. Hello. So basically San Juan, I guess maybe with the roadworks and people late for work, that is what's going to happen. Everybody has to get in there maybe for 10 o'clock. Not sure what the real time is. Being retired now, I really do have trouble discerning one day from another. Alright, I'm going to have to start looking for my outro tape around about here. Hi. So that could well be 35. Right. It is set for a specific distance, and it has not said workout finished. So we'll see. I might have gauged it exactly right. The Strava tracking app is pretty good. You follow the route on the computer. Yesterday, the ravens were going crazy. At one time, I must have had 80 of them in my Gary Oak tree. Alright, I'm almost on my street. Stay tuned. Listen for the music. 46 seconds of it. is the running jackal, finishing up an 11-kilometer run in the sun, the Christmas Hill Adventure. As I retrieve our recycling bin and head into the front porch / mud room. I will bid you adieu.